been told I can't have carbs, or I should reduce my carbohydrate intake or my refined sugars to try to help my diabetes. What can I replace rice with? What can I replace these potatoes and french fries with? Please give me more ideas, because I'm kind of getting bored with lettuce and cabbage all the time, okay? So the point of this video is that there are other good complex carbohydrates that we can eat that can help us with replacing rice and replacing those high glycemic carbohydrates and sugars in our diet, right? Because the reason why we turn to rice is it's easy. We know it. You boil it, a few minutes, it's ready, you eat it, tastes good, satisfying, and you move on. Okay, but what else can you eat? What else can you replace rice with and still be a little bit healthier, a little bit less inflammatory to your body? Okay, the number one thing that you might read about is something called quinoa, right? Quinoa is one of those Asian-like grains that is a little bit lower in its glycemic index, is a little bit higher in protein, that you can use instead of rice, okay? We also know about quinoa. I'm sorry, not quinoa now, but oats, okay? So, of course, there is still cut oats, there's old-fashioned, there's minute oats. The important thing here is, with oats, you have to be careful still. There is a lot of oats that end up having a lot of pesticides on them, so be very careful what kind you're getting, where you're getting it from, and so on, okay? So with oats, you can use it because it's a little bit more complex in terms of how quickly it releases its sugar into the bloodstream, okay? Another option is buckwheat. Okay, so buckwheat is not quite wheat or what we worry about in terms of gluten, but it is a good Asian type of grain that is a little bit complex, and we can cook and make cereals out of it, make hot meals out of it, and so on. Sour gum, you might have also heard of, is one of the carbs that you could use instead of rice to help diversify your options when it comes to eating carbohydrates that is not going to be high in its glycemic index. We also have things like millet, we have barley, we have farro, we have kamut. So these are all things that you can find mostly in health food stores. You can find them in some of your regular grocery stores. They will be within those packaged food aisles. Maybe sometimes even in the international areas that you might find them. But these are options that you can replace things like rice and sugars in your diet with. So try to give you a little bit more options. There's a ton of people that cook with this. There's a ton of YouTube videos you can watch that show you how to cook this, how to prepare them, how to make them taste good, so that you're not bored eating the same thing all the time and then just feeling like, might as well just go back to rice, right? So here are just a few things that we've listed here. Again, you can just choose not to eat carbs, right? You could just get your carbs straight from vegetables. So a lot of patients get their carbs from eating beans, right? Beans, even though it's high in protein, also has some carbs in it. Some people get their carbs from eating their fruits and get their carbs from eating their other vegetables. So you don't always have to replace rice. That is something that is also very important to talk about, because a lot of times you're thinking, oh God, if I don't eat rice, what's there? Well, there's plenty of variety of vegetables that you probably haven't touched in forever because you've always just leaned on rice and pasta, right? So this is you start to look at things like summer squash or the zucchinis and stuff like that to try to get a more complex carbohydrates into your diet that is high in fiber and is not going to spike your blood sugar and things like that. Okay, hope that has been helpful. Again, these are all foods that you can find in most of your grocery stores, your health food stores. You can order them online and start to experiment with other cuisines and things like that to give you this option so you don't feel stuck like no rice, oh my God, what am I gonna do? Okay, all right, I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.